Well, hey guys, welcome to another episode of Deke's Closet. Before I jump into what our topic is today, I just wanted to say thank you for those of you that have given a play, given a comment. Yeah, I'm really appreciative. So today we're going to talk about accessories, part one of two parts. Simply because the more I listed out accessories, I realized it would just be a dump if I tried to get it all in one video. So today's focus is jewelry. So my dad was not a huge jewelry guy, but he did have his statement pieces, right? So he had a gold necklace, simple like braided chain. I mean, honestly, I feel like if you were a dad of the 80s, you had a gold chain or a silver chain. I feel like that must have just been a requirement to be a parent, like a dad of the 80s, okay? He had a gold braided bracelet that he wore very rarely, actually. Then he had two rings. One was like a pinky ring, and it was either onyx or fake onyx. That he would wear on Sundays, and then he also had a garnet ring that he would wear on any of his other three fingers, and that was for his birthstone. And then of course his timepiece. I know everybody's not a watch wearer, but I come from a watch wearing household. So those were his like main, I guess you could say, like everyday accessories. But on Sundays, his extra jewelry accessory were cufflinks. So if you saw the items in the ashtray at the very beginning of this video, I had some cufflinks that actually belong to my dad, and these are like a really pretty like smoky gray cufflinks. These were some of my favorite. He actually had some that were like a pretty green, like emerald color, but at some point during life, one of them disappeared. And so, and I have no idea what happened to the other one. You know, when people pass away, it's amazing how many things you just toss or you think you kept and you have no idea where they've gone. But I have these guys. And I love cufflinks. I feel like you could have the most basic suit on in the world, but if you have some cufflinks, it just adds that extra bit of pizzazz to your outfit, you know? And honestly, I feel like you don't see that many women wearing cufflinks anymore. And we need to bring it back into popularity, guys. And ladies too, like you got a French cuff, pop a cufflink in there. I'm telling you, it makes a difference. So yeah, those were like all his like jewelry elements that he would have when he was getting dressed for church, or even like just to go out to the grocery store. Sometimes I remember he'd always have his gold chain on for the most part, and then if he was feeling a little extra whatever that day, he would add on the bracelet, usually on the same side as the watch, from what I recall. And I was prepping for this video, I was thinking like, what male celebrity do I feel like does a great job of wearing jewelry? And the first person that popped into my mind was Lenny Kravitz, okay? I love Lenny Kravitz's style. I feel like, I don't know, I feel like accessories, just in general, right? But like, they're just him. I feel like a lot of us know him for his sunglasses, right? Like if you think of somebody that wears sunglasses all the time that's a celebrity, I feel like Lenny is going to be one of those people that just pops into your mind. So this particular photo was taken back in 2022, I believe. Link to the credit below in the description. And I just love like the use of the chains with that mesh like silver shirt that he has, and it's just kind of giving like this cascade waterfall effect. And then also, if you look down on his wrist, he's got like a good little, I'm not going to say a stack, but he's got several layers of bracelets going on there. And from what I can tell, there's silver and gold. And if you can look at myself, what I've got going on, I got a silver watch here, and I've got on gold jewelry elsewhere. I'm a big believer in mixing your metals. And so, yeah, Lenny was like the guy that I thought about when I was like, who really wears jewelry? And I feel like when you see Lenny wearing jewelry, it's like, it's Lenny, right? Like, of course, most celebrities have stylists, but I just feel like his stylist is just true to him. I feel like sometimes you could see a celebrity and they're wearing something, and it's not necessarily that the item is bad or whatever. It's just like, it just doesn't carry that celebrity's like personality. It just doesn't amplify them. And I feel like every time I've seen Lenny wearing jewelry or some other type of accessory, I feel like it just amplifies who he is. And so when I was thinking about that and how like I feel like his accessories really amplify who he is, I was remembering a specific memory of my dad was prepping for church like on a particular Saturday. And I remember he had out like a few different ties and a few different kind of handkerchiefs or puffs, as he liked to call them. And I was like, oh, well, which one are you gonna do? And he said, well, let's figure it out together. So we're coming in there, and the thing that he said that I still use today is, what do you want the focus to be? And as I've started dabbling more into like wearing rings more, and wearing more like statement ear art, as I like to say, that's always what I'm thinking before I put them on is, do I want my jewelry to be the statement of my outfit, or do I simply just want it to be an enhancement? And for me, it's not even necessarily about what clothing item that I'm wearing. It's really kind of like, what story do I want to tell today? Or how's my mood today? I know some people have, like they're really specific about their jewelry. It doesn't really matter like their mood or what they're wearing. It's like, I'm a minimalist when it comes to jewelry. I'm always going to be that. Or I'm a maximalist when it comes to jewelry, and I'm always going to be that. For me, I could have on a lot of jewelry one day, and then you won't see me wear that for like months and Sundays, just because that fit that mood or that outfit for that particular time. And that's just me, right? Everybody's got to find their own thing. But I always keep that principle, is like, what is the focus? So I wanted to like go in and show you guys the items that were in that first photo of the video and kind of just talk more. You already saw the cufflinks from my dad. So the next thing I wanted to really get into was this necklace here. So I am a huge pearl girl. I love pearls, and I was so excited that this past summer it was like everybody was doing pearls, and so I was like excited to be able to like go out and find pieces that I really liked. But this necklace here, I actually made from a broken pearl necklace that I had. And what was hilarious is I was looking to replace it online. I couldn't find anything that I liked or wanted to spend money on, to be honest. And I was like, bro, why don't you just use these pearls that you already have and make a necklace? And I was really like worried about making a necklace, because like making jewelry is not my thing. I'm more of like, I'm not even gonna say a sewist or a seamstress. Like I dabble in sewing and I'm more comfortable with that. So this was kind of a little daunting for me, but it will end up being really fun and colorful, and it is my favorite necklace that I own. All right, so the next two things, ooh, I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see these, but I'll see if I can figure out how to like tag them. But I have like two rings. This one, let me maybe move it over here and you can see it a little better. I don't know, I'm trying to squint like that's making it better for y'all. But this ring is an heirloom ring. I got it from my grandmother when she passed away. Not sure what stone it is, but I love it for its like really nice like oblong shape. And since I have long fingers, I think it looks nice on my hand. This other ring and it's super hard to see, but it is from Philosophy, New York. She is a jewelry company that I found during the COVID times, and I just love her pieces. Like, they're minimalist, they're maximalist. I just feel like there's something on there for everybody. I will link her store in the description. And I've just really gotten into just wearing rings more often. Really, actually, she's a big catalyst for that, just because she's always stacking, and it just looks so much fun, and it made me feel more confident to be able to wear multiple rings at the same time. And I'm always looking for new statement rings. Now, I also have one now that I got at an antique. It's a little cameo ring. Well, it's not little, it's a pretty large cameo ring, and I think I got it at an estate sale for like, I don't know, $4 or $5. Also, little plug, if you're a really big jewelry person and you really want something super unique, I'm sure you've heard this 1,000 times over, but you should definitely hit estate sales, even more so than thrift stores, because I feel like people hold the goods at estate sales before they'll even make it, if they're lucky, to make it to a thrift store. So just keep that in mind if you're looking for really cool, unique, vintage pieces. I would do estate sales over thrift stores. Just me. All right, continuing on with the items that were in that picture. So again, I think I mentioned ear art. These magnificent gems are from TV Jewelry, and I will link her stuff below. She is somebody I also discovered from Instagram, and I mean, the stuff that she's making, you guys, blows my mind. Blows my mind. We'll link her stuff in there. Next was Riley and Ink Jewelry. She's actually changed her name, and she's not really doing jewelry anymore, but I just love that it was like this cool wooden jewelry that was very ornate. It was really hard to choose one. She, again, ear art. I was just mind blown every time she would come out with a new collection of rings and or earrings, excuse me, on her page. And so I've really gotten into just wearing these really conversational earrings recently. I don't have a lot of them, and I definitely don't wear them all the time because I consider them art, and I love art. And I just have, I don't know, as I've gotten older, and maybe it's because of keeping that principle in mind that my dad said, it's like, what's your focus? Like, what kind of, what story do I want to tell today? Maybe that's why I really started exploring more expressive earrings. So again, I'm going to link everything that I shared. If any of you guys are interested in exploring, again, like, this is not an ad. This is just me sharing. Like, when I find something good, I just love to share it with people because I'm like, you should totally jump on this bandwagon. But again, thanks for listening. And question of the day is, do you have a piece of heirloom jewelry that you like to wear? All right, hope you guys are doing well, and see you next week for part 2.